Hey everyone. So before we begin, as we all know, there's a lot of controversy around modern controls. And even playing Zangief, apparently. Anyways, in this video, I want to break down my deepest tournament run with Modern Zangief, and my journey to prove that Modern Zangief is viable. I really love the character. I love playing him. Hope you stick around the video. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and comment. Let's get started. Alright, so just to give a bit more context to the tournament. So it's called Rainier Rushdown. This is a bi-weekly tournament, and the top 8 is actually seeded through a ladder format. So before this, I had to play through a gauntlet of players, and you can play as many matches as you want. And the top 8 players after that ladder go to the top 8 that's streamed. So these are the matches that were streamed, and I'm just going to kind of go through my thought process, see what was happening, and it's a good way for me to figure out what I did wrong, what I did right, and improve as a player. So let's get started. My first match was against a Marisa, who isn't generally, I feel like, has a slight edge in the matchup against Zangief. The thing to watch out for with Modern Zangief, because you have limited damage from the SPDs and special moves, on average you're going to have to get 1 to 2 more hits to win a match. But the cool thing about Zangief is that because of his modern specials, you get access to a lot more setups than you would otherwise. And so you get to be a lot more creative with his Oki, which you just don't get with classic Zangief. And I just really like the ability to react to things without having to, pack on my mental stack. So you see here, this Marisa not really paying attention to the whiff punishes I have and the reversals, so kind of getting the better of them in this first round. Pretty standard gameplay. I think he's trying to feel me out, so going to the second match. All right, let's see what's happening. So he's kind of waiting, kind of trying to see what I'm up to. Empty jump SPD, and I think he does a good job of using the OD reversal that Marisa has. I feel like it's a very underrated reversal. Especially against the Zangief matchup, where a lot of his best moves are heavy moves, and so having that armor is really good on wake up. So yeah, he's kind of got the better of me there. Push me to the corner. I think in this matchup, I was struggling with the Gladiuses and kind of playing impatient. It's usually better, you kind of want to wait and see what your opponent is doing before you make a move, but I was kind of being impatient and getting hit by those Gladiuses over and over and over. There I was a little greedy with my SPD, getting out of the corner. Just a raw drive rush would be enough to apply pressure, and you shouldn't always be SPDing after that. Just kind of leaves you vulnerable for no reason. Yeah, there, and the burnout pressure from Marisa is just so strong, so strong. So we're in game 3. We both drive rush, but I hit the SPD. Light SPDs for quicker startup. In this match, I'm just like, I need to feel him out, feel out what he's gonna change up, and try to be as unpredictable as possible. He's got me in the corner, so that's a bad position for me. Yeah, I kind of have to hold that. Now I'm burnt out. So that's a tough mistake. You really don't want to give up that advantage in the corner. And here I've been able to push him out of the corner now, so now it's a pretty even game space-wise, and I'm just about to come out of burnout. Just barely missed the wall there. So that's unfortunate for him, like just an inch away from the round, winning the round. pixel away. So you got the jump in. Check, did a tick grab. And there I just did a raw drive rush just to see what he's going to do. You know, I don't want to commit too much just in case he's doing some counterplay. And here, you know, I got the life lead, don't need to overextend. The thing about Marisa is just one stray hit is like 40% of your health. So it's such a volatile matchup. You kind of made a mistake there. Baited out the level 3. As you can see there, that was not great. Let me jump out the corner, but there's not much I can do against that burnout pressure. Let's see what we got going on here. Superman punch. So there I'm playing very cautious, doing non-committal things. And with a mix up there. Doing non-committal things because I need to see what he's going to respond with before I start committing to some reads. And there, that was just my pretty standard mix-up that I went for. I ended up taking the round of the tournament. So let's move on to the next match. Alright, this next match here is against JP player who actually has been kicking my butt recently, but we're going to see how I do against him in this tournament run. The thing with JP is you have to really play your game. Like, you have to see what is he doing, make sure to be non-committal, and you don't have as many tools. So you're kind of at the mercy of his whiffs. And you gotta be really tricky. And he's a very patient JP. You know, just generally a player with really good fundamentals, so you're not going to get away with a lot of cheeky stuff here. So he got that first round on me. So let's see how I adapt here. Here, I found that in the past, I went for these drive rush SPD setups a little too much, and I'm trying to move away from them recently, but they're kind of stuck in my muscle memory because at lower levels they work really well, but at higher levels most people have trained the Zangief matchup and they're aware that that's a threat, and so they're going to jump out of the way. So round start, we both started pretty aggressive in that round start. Let's see how I adapt here. So now I'm just trying to get tricky, trying to bait out stuff. It's just a lot of noise on the screen. I know that once I get in, I'm in. Like once I'm in, I can apply my mix-ups, and so it's really important for JP to in this matchup to not let me get in. Because if he can not let me get in, he's having a pretty smooth game. So here, pretty much one round away from losing this set. I got to clutch up, figure out what's happening. So now I just get really tricky. Like I mix stuff up a lot. I need to open them up. Once I figure out how to get in, then I can just kind of commit to that. See here, just really going hard with my mix-ups. Really trying to make him think. You really want to make him guess. Zangief is a very coin flip character. So you can put him as many coin flip situations as possible. Your success is going to kind of compound, especially if you're kind of aware of the setups that you're making. And here that check drive impact is I've seen a lot of success with that. People have a hard time reacting to it. You can't abuse it, but you can get off with quite a few times in the match. And here, he just had a hard time dealing with that mix-up. There's lots of different ways you can handle it, right? You could do OD amnesia, backdash. Backdash tends to be the strongest tool against Zangief in general. Like, if you can backdash or grab, you're pretty safe, unless you're up against a hard read, then they're just gonna get you. But he was just having trouble with the mix-ups there, so now you just play the mini game of like, how can I get in, get past his portals, trick him up, bait his buttons to try to whiff punish. Got me there. Let's see how I adapt here. So trying to throw in the flying knee a bit more, just to change up my offense. You know, I've been going for the mix-up all last round, so this time I'm like, let me just change it up a bit. Keep him on his toes. Had to get corner pressure there. So yeah, it's a pretty common mistake a lot of JPs make. I think just characters in general have a hard time. That was with level 2. About the time to do a level 2. A lot of characters have a hard time dealing with how to respect the modern level 3 with Geef. I actually think his modern level 3 gives him so much more defensive pressure, that I've just started using it as a tool. Surprising he already got the level 2 there again in the same round. He just used it. Just gotta get tricky. Got the combo. Got the deb. Alright, let's move on to the last round. Alright, so now we're in winner's final, and we're going against Ouija, who is a really strong Rashid. And at this point in time, I have had very little labbing with Rashid, and just had little knowledge of all the things he could do. So this match kind of opened me up to a lot of my weaknesses. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So Rashid's just a very tricky character because he has so many mix-ups and so many tricky animations where you think he's doing one thing and he's doing another. So you have to hold a lot of stuff. But here I was kind of able to just kind of rush him down in this match. I think he just wasn't really familiar with my style of gameplay. And since this is winner's final, this is actually going to be best of 5. So here's giving me the Rashid mix-up, the classic mix-up, trying to see what he's doing so that I can have a response. But it's really hard, so I just kind of hold it the entire time he gets that round. So we started out pretty aggressive here. I was able to get the reversal there with that funky move. Honestly, half the time I do things, I don't know if it's going to work because I just don't know what his animations mean half the time. I'm just guessing. Like, a lot of strings, I feel like I could probably drive impact, but I was able to punish there. And now I kind of just wait and see what he does. See if he does his funky little jump. Got him with the knees there, so I got that game. So here, just kind of stick with the same game plan. Try to stick with what works until it breaks, and then switch to my second layer of gameplay. And here I'm starting to get a feel for his mix-ups. I think he was kind of feeling me out too, seeing if I had really gotten down what he was picking down. Nice reversal he did there. And then just kind of chipped him out at the end there. So feeling pretty good so far. I mean, I'm just kind of sticking to what I've been doing. Getting the whiff punishes when I can. The cool thing about Modern Zangief is I feel like I can whiff punish a lot better because of the modern reaction and situations. Even if I'm not really familiar, he kind of fell for that. Whipped his grab. And I was able to react to that. Things like that. It's really hard if you're not looking forward to react with the SBD, the full circle. So it's nice being able to react to something like that with my modern super and get the win. So here I'm up 2-0. I'm feeling good, but the cracks start to show. And he kind of figures out my game. So let's see what he's doing. He's really mixing it up. He's kind of calling out a lot of my mix-ups and my guesses. Like, he's saying, you want to keep mixing me up? Well, I'm going to call you out. There, I just whiffed that. I've learned to play more patient in the corner. No need to make a mistake in the corner. When you have the corner, you have it. Like, you let them really work for it. Like, they got to really either use some resources or really mix me up to get out. So I've gotten a lot better about that. And here, I've noticed once he got one knockdown, I just entered his vortex. And there, that was just an unfortunate reaction. Got the whiff punish. PI. And yeah, see, the thing is, I'm really scared about Rashid's jump back. Because he can do the air jump out of the corner. So I'm always really terrified of that. And yeah, his level 2 is just honestly kind of busted. Like, instant neutral. Like, at least against Zangief, he just wins neutral. You just kind of have to hold whatever he's dishing out. And he actually got level 2 twice in that round, which is kind of insane. Like, he did round start level 2, and then he has level 2 right away. It's pretty crazy. And here I feel like he's kind of figured me out, and I just really fail to mix it up. And yeah, once he gets me down, that I really thought I had that DI, that was just a knowledge gap. I should have just known that that wasn't going to work. Got out of the corner there. But yeah, he kind of knows what to expect at this point, so a lot of my mix-ups just aren't working like they were before. And trying to keep him in the corner, but just could not get the anti-air there. Probably would have waited a little bit longer, maybe. It's really hard to time that. On my wish list is OD Lariat hitting backwards. Just make it a better anti-air somehow. Give it faster startup. I don't know. Something. It's just not great in all cases. Not like a DP. Not the best DI there, but worked out. And there I just made the mistake. I got too greedy. Shouldn't have SPD'd in the corner. Should have just waited to see what he was gonna do. Got the mix-ups. So yeah, I think at this point, he just put me in the vortex, and my lack of matchup knowledge and ability to mix up options just put me at a disadvantage. I also just wasn't playing as patient as I should have. You know, I was trying to force things without enough information. Yeah, and there was just level 2, and that's the end of the round right there. Not much I can do. That was a nice reversal. Kind of read him there. It was really risky, but I was, I had the read, so I went for it. And here I have a good life lead. Again, I just get put in the vortex. I think if I just would have mixed my options up a lot more, my defensive options, it wouldn't have been so effective. Here with the reversal. Yeah. And just got the vortex, and he'll get his level 2 here. Yeah, got the run. And I dropped the losers, but ultimately didn't make it back to grand finals. But so far, that was my deepest tournament run in Street Fighter. So hope you guys enjoyed. That was my deepest tournament run so far in Street Fighter. And just a bit more background on myself. This is actually my first Street Fighter game. I've been playing since launch, so about 7 to 8 months now. I actually started out somewhere in silver, bronze. Like, I started really low. Now, I have been playing video games in general for a long time, so I think just those legacy skills of understanding competitive games and how to think about a match and how to think about using my moves really help. But I haven't really played too many fighting games other than Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm back on the 360, which was, you had one button combos. So very different from Street Fighter, where you have multiple buttons and multiple attack buttons. And that was a big transition for me. But I'm really proud of the progress I've made so far. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep having fun, gonna keep creating content. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Peace and have a great day.